So it is midnight, and today is what you would traditionally call my birthday, even though I was only born one day. So it is my 21st revolution around the sun, my 21st solar return. And even though, yes, I hold a lot of gratitude, I experience a lot of grief as well for the fact that I was granted so much privilege to be able to celebrate, give thanks, hold such dear friendships to me, while I question why other women of the world are not offered that same privilege, because it really is a privilege. Even though, yes, this world is crazy and we're experiencing a lot of chaos, that's something we have to inevitably face. We are also so fortunate. I think of the women of Afghanistan and how they are no longer allowed to speak to other women or see other women's faces or talk to anybody else outside of their household, outside of their husbands. And meanwhile, I'm here and I'm able to show my face. I'm able to express myself with art and with my voice. And even though that these privileges are ultimately under attack, it's still a privilege I carry nonetheless. It can be a lot to hold so much emotion, energy, and motion. I create art that is provocative, so I receive a lot of attention, intention, be it positive or negative, I still receive it. And I think there's a quote, Kendrick Lamar, it's heavy as the head that wears the crown, can't please everybody. And I genuinely feel like this part of my life resembles that quote, for the fact that there are a lot of people at this point in my life that are I'm falling away from. And even though there is that grief again, I have to remember that not everybody is meant to travel with me along my life path, no matter how much love I have, no matter how much care I have. Not everybody is meant to be here with me to celebrate and to see it. And not everybody has the capacity to see and celebrate it. And that is something that I have accepted, because I've dealt with similar scenarios before, and ultimately they have taught me that the most important thing is for me to remain connected to people and experiences and different things instead of attached to them, even if it's family. And a lot of times it's strange because I still feel a lot like a child, like in the sense that I still have this pure curiosity and playful spirit where I just want to create art and I want to frolic in a field and sunbathe and swim and sing, and these are things to me that assist me in connecting to my inner child. And I still feel so connected to her, and I nurture her because it's important to nurture that side of ourself, that aspect of self. It's still there, it deserves to be fed. I feel so connected to her. Meanwhile, the rest of the world is telling me I need to grow up and I need to do this. I have all these things I need to get on. I have this checklist. Let me get my second degree. Hurry up and get through schooling again and again. And it feels so conflicting sometimes to want to mature and be this grown woman, be this adult that everybody expects. Meanwhile, I just want to be held. So I hold myself a lot of the time, majority of the time, if not all the time, because nobody else is going to do it for me. And that's that adult self taking care of that child self that I'm coming into that. I am a life path 1. Life path 1 is characterized by a leader and an innovator, but ultimately it is very lonely, right? Because if you are forging a new path that has not been set yet, then that means that nobody else is going to be there walking that path initially, because you have to be the first one to do it. And it does get very cold sometimes, or not cold, but like to be such an innovator, I'll say, without ego being attached to that title. It feels, I feel, I still feel like I'm only scratching the surface, that there's still so much more. There's so much more I need to, I want to do, that I envision myself doing, and I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna execute it. I already am in that process of bringing these things into fruition, no matter what it looks like, no matter what phase it's in, no matter what stage I'm in, no matter what, it's still all happening. It's still all occurring for me, no matter what it looks like, no matter how uncomfortable it may feel, no matter how isolating it may feel, no matter if I'm inner or understood, if I'm understood, if I'm seen, if I'm not seen, if I'm not heard, if I am heard. I recognize it doesn't truly make a difference to the weight of my expression and my word, and I see love all around me all the time, everywhere, and everything. My dog, animals, plants, interactions with people, and kindness and gestures and generosity, and I see love in everything, and I know that I am deserving, and I see a very beautiful community forming around me that I have been a part of building, and it's been very fruitful. I will say feeds me in a lot of ways, creatively and spiritually and emotionally, and I've formed some very beautiful friendships because of it. Again, I give thanks. There's people in the world that can, and I'm fortunate to say that I can. I have completed my 21st revolution around the sun. I remember I was 16 and younger than that, 13. I was 13 and 14, and I wanted to take my own life. I even attempted to. But now I'm here, and the way that the world is going and the things I talk about and the person I am, I don't know how long I will be, I guess. That's very dark to put it out there like that, but I don't know. Who knows what the world's gonna look like? And it's not on me to worry about it, obviously. I'm not feeding into anxiety or anything like that, because ultimately I am a part of creating a better, brighter, more aligned version of this new earth, of the world. And all I can say is that I give thanks for what I do have. I can't even place my focus on the things that I don't, or I don't feel any lack in my life. I may feel grief, but I'll never feel lack, because again, I am fortunate. I'm alive, and I've made it this far, and I've done so much with the time that I've been offered in this lifetime, and I know that there will be so much more that comes of this woman, this woman that I am, and that I'll continue to evolve with. I'll continue to hold her, I'll continue to nurture her, care for her, and love her, for that is my gift to myself every single day, not just today.